Hey guys, so I wanted to create this resource where I compiled some top tips on things to consider when you are looking for a new job. So we're going to be covering some questions for consideration, which we'll cover in this video. And then I will go on to provide some top tips for your application and top tips to help you stand out in your job interview. I will repeat myself a couple of times throughout the videos, but I just want to emphasize I am an employer and I have been an employee. And there comes a time, even if you like the people that you work with and you like your organization, you like your role, there's something inside of you that's just like, do you know what? I want to try something new, or I want to progress. And in primary care networks, if you are a manager watching this video, it's not, you have to create your own opportunities because there isn't, like at the moment, natural job progression. I think the progression from what I can see and in my experiences, you may start off as an administrator or coordinator, then you go to manager. Some of you, if you are based in a federation, you may go from PCN manager to chief operating officer. I know a few CEOs, but those positions are rare. So you have to, there'll come a point, if you want more in your role, you will have to create that. And one of the things I really want to emphasize is speak to your current team, speak to your clinical director before you just hand in your resignation, because they won't want to lose you. They will not want to lose you. I do not want to lose my team. So speak to us, speak to your team. But if you really feel like you've reached the end of the road in your current employment, hopefully these are some further questions to help you consider. If I will read these, if I keep looking off screen, just to make sure I capture all of the questions. The first, this is not in any particular order, but number one is, what does progress look like and feel like to me? What would progress look like to you? Okay. So what does progress look like to you? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Is it a title change? Do you want more breadth in your role? Is it the title? Is it money? But I will say, and I will repeat myself, title's not everything and money's not everything. And sometimes you can earn more money in the short term, but in the long run, it plateaus. So you can decide, what does progress look like to you, salary range, and what level of responsibility are you looking for with that salary? The more money, typically more responsibility. So just remember that. Are you happy to work from home, or are you happy to commute? If there is a bit of a commute, then your salary, you just have to work out financially, can you afford to commute? What do you not enjoy about your current role? With the understanding that there are things in every single role that you're not going to love. So what do you not like about your current role? What do you love about your current role? What do you want to keep? Are you happy to learn new skills and potentially undertake training in your own time? If you're looking for a big leap or you're looking to do something different, most jobs come with training. But even if they do come with training, you may not get, like 2 days a week study leave. You may have to do that training in your own time. Really think about, what are your strengths, what are you good at, and ask your colleagues, like your friends, and say, what I think I'm good at and what my colleagues think I'm good at. Sometimes they're different. That's okay. But get an external point of view, and also think about what you love doing. What's the thing that you can do and lose track of, and that's your passion. It may be all about team. You might be a process person. You might love being in front of patients. You decide. Are you looking for a new and exciting challenge? It is a big leap. It's that job that you look at, and like you've seen a job and you keep looking at it and think, I really like the look of that, but it is a leap. I feel like I've got the experience, but it's a bit scary. It's exciting. It's daunting. And my question is, have you got the guts? Have you got the guts to go for it? So are you looking for a new, exciting challenge, or do you want a job with less responsibility and a routine that you are familiar with? And neither is better or worse. It's your life, and you have to decide what's going to be right for you. Sometimes responsibility is not what it's all cracked up to be. Will you have to change aspects of your home life to accommodate a new job? So if you can't work from home and you have got children or carers responsibilities, would something have to change there? Could you accommodate that? Are you willing to change? And again, neither is better or worse. You just have to decide what you need to do to make it work for you. Are you looking for a short-term move or a long-term move? And it depends how strategic you are when it comes to building your career. Some of you might be thinking, I feel like I've got a good grasp on Primary care, I want to build my understanding of community, and my mistake, like I'm thinking short term, 2 years, I'll go to community, then I'll go to secondary care, and then I'll be like the director of the integrated care system. I don't know. So it depends what you want. Are you looking for a short term move? Are you looking for a long term? Are you looking for your next job to be your job for a good few years, and that you really want to progress there, and you can really see yourself helping to build that team or organization? Is that you're really looking to, like establish yourself and make your mark in an organization long term? Another question for consideration. Another question, which is maybe a little bit of a duplication, but do you essentially want the same job in a different primary care network? Are you a manager in one and you just want to go to another one? You decide. There is an element, whilst all networks are different, and I can vouch for that, they're all different, and they're all surprisingly similar at the same time. They all have the DES, they all have workforce, they've all got finance, they've all got HR. What makes it different is the people, but the activities are the same. So I would think very carefully if you're going to be a PCN manager in one, and then the other PCN's offering you an extra $2,000 to just go and do the same job in your other network. Really think about what do you like about your current job and what you don't like about your current job. Other questions. What could make you happier career-wise? And it may be a title, it may be the opportunity to train, it may be a new project, it may be that actually I really like my job, but I'm getting a little bit bored of the day-to-day stuff, and I want to progress within my network. And here is where I would say, if you are a manager watching this video and you've got a large workforce, it's like, how can you develop the next manager? You want to stay in your role, but is there a coordinator that you can train, or can you train heads of departments? So that will enable you to rise up, so you're not in the day-to-day minutiae, and you can really grow into a more leadership and strategic position. If you do like it, if you do like your job, but you just want to progress, or if you just want a different sort of project, really think about what could make you happy. Sorry, it's my watch going off. A question I like to ask in some of my interviews, not all of them. So the question to you is, what would your ideal employer look like? And the reason why I ask this at THC is because we're really small. So if you work for THC, I'm the head of finance, I'm the head of HR, I'm everything, So your ideal employer, you might not want that. You might want a large corporate structure. At THC, we don't offer that. And when I when I ask people that question, the most common answer is they want a manager that is going to care about them. So, it's interesting that they may not get that from their current employer. They're looking for an employer that's accessible and that they feel like they care, which is interesting. So, what does your ideal employer look like? Do you want a large structure? Do you want a very accessible leader? Some people just want to be left alone. Like, give me my job and just leave me alone. Don't talk to me. What do you want? What would your ideal employer look like? And then I'm asking, one question I think people should ask themselves is am I able to truly commit to a new team given my personal circumstances? It could be anything, but really think carefully. Going into a new job is stressful because you want to prove yourself. It's brand new. You may have had to, change some things in the background in order to make this new position work. And I just want people to think really, really carefully. Am I in a position to add, in this short term, a new level of stress, which comes with a new job, on my already busy plate? And if you think, actually, do you know what? Staying with my current employer, I might not love it, but I can do my job well. I like my team and it fits me personally until I get all my ducks in a row, and then I can look to make the move, because your new employer is going to want you to hit the ground running. They've been waiting for you for a long time. And as an employer, you don't want to hire somebody that's got half their foot out of the door already, because there's just too much going on to prevent your new hire from really coming in and showing up at work. So that's me being really, really honest. You have to think about, can you truly commit to a new job at this moment in time? So those are the questions. Write them out, sit down, talk about it with your friends, your partner, whoever, are confident, and just really think it's never going to be perfect. You're never going to have all of your ducks in a row because it's scary and there is an element of the unknown. But hopefully these questions will give you a really good sense of, do you know what? I think I can make it work in my current role, or I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for something different. So for those of you who do want to look for a new role, I will share my 3 top tips in the next video to help your application stand out.